sitting down, touching myself.
It is fucking hard.
Good evening to the masses. This is Tuesday Night Throwdown. What's up to the chat and all the crazy bastards?
You are fucked. You piece of shit. Colonizer.
Purple pool.
It is fucking hard.
What's up to everybody? It is Tuesday. Thursday Night Throwdown becomes Tuesday Night Throwdown a couple weeks ago because of the stupid WWE assholes. Had to ruin all the scheduling. Make me have to do 2 different live shows on a Friday night simultaneously, which is really pissing me off. Oh, by the way, Epstein didn't kill himself, by the way. Did I mention that? If you want to be part of the show tonight, I definitely suggest you become a Skype user and add Danny Deadly on Skype, and I will try to add you, or find you potentially, to add you to the call at some point later on, not right now. But we can also call us at 339-226-6610 throughout the night, but we don't know if that's going to work because there's a problem with Skype, as I've told a million people now. It seems like everybody's fucking retarded and doesn't... I'm still getting messages about, why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you. The fucking Skype is broken. And they usually take anywhere from a couple weeks to 3 months to fix things like this. At least that's been their history. Trust me, I've been doing this since 2012. And that is the Skype history for those type of fixes. Tonight, we got all kinds of bullshit going on. I just left up the goal from the wrestling show down here, which was we got about halfway there. Figure we just continue that fucking goal into the night on Throwdown if you'd like to. All the shit's on. All the king's horses and all the king's men diddled your mother in heaven again. So whatever. Anyway, let me get Skype working now. We got Jesse and Dave. Mr. Rose and Jesse again. This is 2 weeks in a row.
Follow the roses, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because they'll lead
Plus,
you to
we
the...
always do the best work, us two.
Well, we follow the roses because they'll lead you to the mushrooms eventually.
Well, I don't know. You need to love, but whatever, that's another story.
I really gotta learn to stop like setting Jesse up at the beginning of shows. It's like the worst thing ever. It's like he needs to get into a groove in a show and then he's good to go. But at the beginning, it's always a dumb idea.
Don't bother me, Cronin.
Wait.
I made it, didn't I?
No, not you.
Oh. Yeah, he's talking shit about me, Dave. Keep up. What's going on?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like that's what Jesse would say.
Oh.
It's just like, you know, I made it, didn't I?
Yeah, he's here. Well, what the fuck?
It's like, yeah, don't set him up. Just let him get into his groove first.
Yes, I gotta learn to do that. I keep doing it too. It's like every show. It's like, why did I
don't
even
understand the problem. What's going on?
No, it's just like you're just not a beginning guy. Like you're just not a guy to start off. Like hey.
Oh.
Well, because you know what I mean. Like I'm stupid. I should have started with Dave. I should have been like, yo, Dave, what's been up with you? And then like we bring in Jesse. You know, because I always do it, Jesse. I don't know what it is. I go to you first. I don't know. I'm like...
Nothing wrong with... Hey, I don't mind.
Seniority. Seniority.
Maybe,
Jesse is the #1 senior guy.
I am the old fucker of JCS.
No,
You've got authority, man.
You're fired.
Dude,
I just watched the first fucking monetize this, like, when you guys revamped it. The fucking thing was, like, April 9th, 2014 or some shit. I was like, damn, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
That after like 6 months of me bugging you, hey, you guys should do monetize this.
Yeah, somebody.
That was still a good episode.
Well, it's funny when somebody is like, when somebody's like, I really like those episodes back then. And I'm like, well, yeah, go to Patreon then, because that's where the podcasts are for that. And then they were like, that those are really cool. Like, that wouldn't be that bad to go back to that like 1 hour and I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I'd have to work another 70 hours at another job somewhere again too. Like, but
well, I mean, they progressively got longer, but like it was just like, I don't know, man. It was fucking funny when I look back. It was
there's
like,
a big
damn.
difference.
Well, we got all kinds of shit. Hopefully super chats are working tonight. I think they are, but just in case, super chats are there. Down below is the Twitch alerts as always, and YouTube could be going away, man. It's not looking good. Everything
That got fucked up. I've recently read more into it.
Yeah.
There was one thing where it was like, if your child, this is hidden deep down in the new terms of service.
Right.
If your child is also on YouTube, like underage sort of thing.
Right.
You're agreeing to these new terms of service also applies to them, which is like, that's a really concerning slippery slope.
What does that
Because, like,
mean?
say, for example, you like to watch some stuff that's a little more adult-oriented and stuff, but you have kids' account that, are connected to it or whatnot, and, they're basically going to apply a filter over that. But this is a very, very concerning situation.
Wait a minute. That's so weird. Like, I mean, I get it.
I'll get you the link.
I know I was reading it, but you know me. Like after 2 paragraphs, I tap out.
No, but they do that on purpose. They literally give you like 30 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And expect you to tap out from having to read the whole thing.
That's fun. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I do
I've learned my skimming has gotten me into trouble lately. I really should read the full context of things.
Well, we're gonna.
They also use deceptive words.
Yeah, that's true. Which is
fuck 'em.
Because it's also arbitrary. How are they going to decide? Like based off what? Like they were saying, like they're going to basically remove channels that have been demonetized, but based on what? The terms of service that they never identify when they flag a channel or a video, and they won't explain to you why. Like it's totally arbitrary.
It's just more legal stuff for them to be able to just be like, all right, you're out of here. Like, whatever. We don't have to say anything why or whatever. It's just another loophole for them. By the way, I meant to start the show with this, and I'm going to play it for you guys. You guys may not hear sound, Dave and Jesse, but hopefully you will. But check this out.
Colonizer!
Here, I got a little something. We're supposed to start the show with this, but instead I guess we'll just play it right now because it's hilarious. Hey, what's up, Donald? How you doing?
Yes.
Oh, that's really nice.
Let's pray together, may we?
Oh, they're going to have a prayer. That's nice. Have a pray.
Father, your word says, if your people who are called by your name
my
will
God, wait a
humble
minute.
themselves and pray and seek your face.
Oh, no,
you
my
will
God.
forgive their sins and heal their
Oh, my God.
Father, I thank you that we have a president
Look
called
at that
by your
fucking
name will humble themselves and pray and seek your face. You will forgive their sins and heal their land. Father, I thank you that we have a President Donald Trump, who believes in the...
That was pretty funny. Yeah, that's on liberaltrends.com. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where that's from, but somebody sent it. Oh, Leah sent it to me. That's who it was. I got a good chuckle out of that. But, yeah, YouTube, just more reasons that they can take you down, take you over, fuck you up, and take you off the air, whatever the case is. So it's important to be on my Patreon. I can't say it enough. Make sure you're on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. That's where we can pretty much do stuff. I'm going to be starting a Subscribe Star or whatever the other one is, the freedom of speech one where they won't ban you like for anything. I'm going to be moving over there as well. Not moving off Patreon, but moving there as well. Doing like one show I don't do anywhere over there just to keep that going too. Probably just put up everything I have there too as a backup. JoeCroninShow.net. I'll have everything there. Sign up on the email list so I have your email so I can email everybody massively. I won't send you a bunch of spam every week or something like that. It will just be in case something crazy happens. I can email everybody once and say, hey, this is what happened. Here's the deal. Here's where we're going. Because obviously there's a major problem. I'm on DLive already too, Control, but...
What about BitChute?
I'm on BitChute too, yeah. But, I mean, they just don't go anywhere. You know, right now nobody's on there. But if this...
Well, wait till this happens.
Right.
Just wait.
Right. When this stuff starts going down... By the way, can you hear sounds?
Not yet.
Yeah. Always. It seems to take like 30 minutes now. Here comes a donation. Oh, God. Oh. Oh! Oh!
Joe. How dare you call a Slobtown celebrity a slob? How dare you insult his slobweight choice from eating Wendy's, Denny's and Golden Corral? He's just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. I wanna rub my cock on Sasha Banks' toilet.
That is disgusting, all of it. The mayor of Black Mountain. Thank you, Mayor of Black Mountain.
Yeah, that last part was a little gross.
Yeah, that he was all good with me until that toilet part, yeah.
Maybe he wants to use his dick as a fucking toilet bowl brush.
Well, be that as it may, he is the largest donator, so I will put his name up here.
So far.
For that, and that's, you know, very good. We
are gonna get more out of like a, you know, a fucking bum's tip cup.
A bum's tip cup? Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I just be like,
just beat him up and take his cup?
What the fuck?
Just like, you mean like steal the guy's tip cup?
Yeah, you know, or fucking give him like, you know, 50 cents and take the rest. Dude, I don't know. Fucking whenever I go to Long Beach and see my doctor, there's the same fucking dude next to the parking lot, like, just.
Oh, yeah.
He's like holding his dick, jerking off, like, you got any change?
You got the cheeseburgers, man? Dude, that guy would kill me in real life if I saw that guy.
I'm like, this guy literally lives right here. Right next to the handicap spot.
You know, Tommy, we were talking about the YouTube changes, and I want to play this for you guys. I was hoping we'd have sounds, though, by the time we do.
Colonizer.
You hear that? No? Nobody heard that?
No.
Fuck me. We got to have sounds, because you guys got to be able to hear this. Hold on a minute. Let me... Hey, Jesse.
Colonizer.
You hear that?
Colonizer.
Motherfucker, I'll just keep playing it over and over again. God damn it.
It is fucking hard.
God damn it.
You are fucked.
You're fucked.
You are fucked.
The sound's rolling. We'll be like, oh, yeah, you know, we just needed, people need to...
Oh, my God. It's got to work.
Colonizer.
Sweet and juicy.
What makes it work?
You get it work? You get it to work?
Not yet.
God fucking damn it. It's like...
Joe, do you have any moderators in your chat or what?
I don't know. No. Maybe not.
It might be good to get.
I'm on Gab. I'm on Gab as well, by the way.
When was the last time you gabbed?
A year ago.
Well, at least you got a backup.
TSS is giving credit to me. He said 3 years ago Joe said this would happen. I actually said this would happen even further ago. I think it was 2000.
Yeah, you and Tommy were talking about it.
Yeah.
Tommy C.
Tommy C was like different though. Like Tommy C thought like, and he's right as well. He was more deep into it than me in a way, but like I had like a different version of what was going to happen, but we both basically had the same agreement that something's going on. Because why would TV? It just makes sense. Why would TV and movies and everybody that owns all the big corporations everywhere, who's in bed with Google and YouTube and Disney and all these NBC and everybody, why would they want? How would they allow? You know what I mean? They already cover up. Think about it. They cover up child sex trafficking. They cover up pedophilia.
They did.
Child sex trafficking, raping kids. They cover that stuff up. Like, they have so much power, it's unbelievable. You really think that they want to lose 40% of their business to YouTube? Some dick in his basement who can create a show? CBS, ABC, NBC. People creating their own network, Sirius Satellite Radio, they're losing people too. They're all losing it to fucking podcasts and YouTube. And YouTube is the main reason because they're funneling people to the podcasts and everywhere else. You didn't think this was going to happen? Like, no matter what, this is what I've been saying this for years because it's obvious. These people are evil. Do you really think they're going to let you have the piece of the pie for that much longer? That's why you're seeing stuff get chopped and chopped and chopped and chopped until you get to the major guys like Logan Paul and stuff like that. People say, why are they allowed to be on here? Well, because they play ball, like with all the advertisers.
Look at Project Veritas's latest video being totally shadow banned and blocked and not displayed in YouTube despite the fact that it is one of the hottest stories right now that's going on, that's being spoken about on mainstream media.
Right. And yes. I don't know what's going. I didn't know what was going on in the chat though. I didn't see anything bad, but I mean maybe there is something I don't know about. But Tiffany's here at least. Slob75. We are a little bit early for some people. People think it begins at 11 now and stuff like that. This show is supposed to start at 10. We are going to go back to 10 as soon as I can. I'm just adjusting to the new time a little bit on Tuesday. I'm still trying to get the sounds to play though. I got to get these to play because I got to play this shit.
Colonizer.
Maybe that worked.
Start at 10.
That worked? No. What'd you say, Dave?
I say you set the time for 9 so that at least we know you're going to be on by 10.
That's right.
That's the only way to calculate with you, is to give you a previous time and then calculate how long it'll be afterwards.
1 hour of pissing people off, that I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, it's already bad when it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Like 1 hour of it, oh. Like I don't want to do that to anybody.
You know, you want to stay consistent with your record, right?
Well, no. Come on. But it's close.
Come on, man.
No, it's.
Let's be honest. There's been times where you've been tardy or perhaps fashionably late.
By an hour?
What is it? Is it Scott?
Yes, by an hour.
Again? Like
it's really rare that it's an hour, dude. An hour? That's really rare. An hour?
That happened more so when you used to, when you had your other job. Then shit would happen.
It was more then. But I mean, even now, if it's an hour, there's like an emergency that happened or something. Like my kids, something happened or whatever.
Or you fell asleep. And you admitted
that's here once in a
while.
But
that's twice, Dave. That's like twice I fell asleep. Like 2 times. You're treating it like it's every time. It's twice. And then other times, like I'll be like the only one here, and I'll be waiting for people to call. Not you guys here, but like other times with other people, and they're running.
We're punctual.
And so I'll be like, oh, well, I'm gonna wait till they get here. I'm not gonna start right now. And like
Jesse and me are like, come on, man, let's do this. It's like it's 2 hours before the show, guys. Calm down. No, let's fucking do it now.
Yeah, let's go. Hey,
me
man,
and Jesse are both.
We started this shit at fucking
whippersnappers.
We started this shit tonight about on time, 10:30 or something.
Just to boot.
7 minutes maybe late. But you know
I'm gonna
what?
fucking throw down since it's fucking throw down.
I'd like to show you this video of
I'm
this
throwing down some Jack and Coke.
Really? Really?
You
piece of shit.
From sexual Transylvania. I'm a sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania.
You hear this?
Sexy transvestite.
You are fucked.
God damn it, why won't these sounds work? It's really pissing me off.
You are fucked.
Nothing, guys?
Goddamn sound Nazis. No, there's nothing.
What in the fuck is going on, man? Well, I'm just going to start watching it, and maybe it will work for you guys eventually. Because we got to play some of Tommy. Tommy talked about this whole YouTube situation, and I would love to hear what some of the stuff that he has to say about it. So let's check it out.
Just wait a second. I'm gonna wait until we get some viewers here.
Yep.
It's working, Dave?
Yes, we hear him.
Yeah.
To anybody that's watching this video before, this basically here is for when people pop up on the video when it's not, being a live broadcast. Hello to viewers, and it's me, Tommy NC 2010. To push the limit. I'm not on saying every single curse word in the book, but the thing is that to other channels out there, warning. YouTube. Here's what YouTube is doing now, and I've said.
Take them 10 minutes to get to it.
And honestly, I normally I'm not negative, but everything this woman said just made my blood boil. Honestly, basically come out and say it, YouTube, you're a dictatorship. Basically, you are telling us we have to make these changes, or you're going to make the changes, and if you don't agree to our changes, you're going to change them for us, or we're going to be punished and lose.
Technically, it's the FCC and New York, which they're the Nazis.
Everything we've worked for, and
here it goes, this fucking thing. Whenever I'm on your show.
Of course he has to have that interrupt his own fucking video.
Mm-hmm. Well, normally he's like, this only happens on your show, Joe. Yet it all happens every time he streams on his phone or goes on any other show. So he's fucking ridiculous.
People, are going to be having to go to 9-to-5 jobs because now.
Oh no! Listen, obviously I'm concerned about this and I'm angry about anything going wrong with YouTube because I invested my life at this point into this being a job. So I don't really necessarily think like that. I don't like the people that say like, oh, you're going to have to get a real job, retard, or something like that. That's retarded. That's like the same thing as a DJ getting fired for FCC rules or anybody else getting fired for dumb reasons. It's like that's their job still. They got fired. It's not like go get a different job now. Like it can be the same thing. It's a difficult thing. But I also like, oh no, you're going to have to get it's like, well, I'm already working fucking on so many different things, but...
Well, dude, if anybody knows anything about it, they know you fucking did, you worked before and you did this. You had like 2 fucking jobs. So they can fucking, eat 27 dicks.
Yeah, but Tommy...
Are they going to say the same thing to Anthony Cumia or maybe Nick DiPaolo?
Right.
Or even, like, we could say Howard Stern, but he's established himself. But how did he establish himself? Working down from the bottom up.
Yeah, with Nick DiPaolo or Anthony Cumia, it's funny about them is like they now they rely on this platform to get their new stuff out there.
Exactly.
So if they lose this platform, then they're back they're back to no man's land. So that's this platform has been amazing. But what people are going to have to start doing, I think, at some point soon is realizing that they need to use this platform for a different reason, for driving people to your own website or your own platform. You're going to have to do it eventually. You're going to have to change your operation. And what it's going to be is it's going to end up becoming like a Q&A. It's going to be like, hey, I hold my Q&As live on YouTube. And then you basically talk about your channel and your website and your show. You can't do it here, though. Podcasts, I believe, are going to become more valuable, where you're going to want to launch a podcast on iTunes.
Yes.
Work on sponsors and things like that. Now, that won't work, though, for everybody. Like, it won't work for, like, heavily crazy or political people on the right because they could be censored, like, Alex Jones or a few other ones. So they're coming for them, too, because Apple's not reliable. So, but, yeah, your own condensed podcast on iTunes, Apple, but then also you're going to have to upload it on a smaller podcasting hosting site on your own website. So if they ever take that down, you have that still. It's just crazy, but... Anyway, let's hear what else Slav has to say.
YouTube is being more constraneous on us now, and
Constraneous.
Write
that one down, everybody. High school diploma passed.
The thing
hey,
is,
dude, he taught me what was it?
Alabama wind chime.
I thought he was making up words.
Man, you put the wind chime next to a water spigot.
For the North Carolina necktie.
Man, his chin is growing into another fucking zip code.
I was referring to just the favorite pastime up there in North Carolina.
What, killing people?
Of a certain pigmentation, yes.
Oh.
Super chat.
Am I wrong?
No.
I just become a patron. Finally.
Oh, man. John Montgomery, thanks for becoming a patron, man. What's up, buddy? I appreciate that, man. I'll go check it out in a minute and see what you're at, John. We had a lot of people sign up on Patreon. Thank you to that. A few people and increased pledges and things like that. We'll get shout-outs going in a few.
So, Joe, what is your concern with this video by Fatty Kruger?
Tommy, I'm just wondering if he's going to say something whacked out here. I'm assuming, you know what I mean? Like, let me look at the timestamp, see if there's something. And nobody wrote any timestamps, but it's pretty new. So, John Montgomery, thanks, man. Anyway, let's see if he gets any points here or not. We're getting there.
Want to pay for more servers, so we're gonna.
Did he take a shot at me? Someone wrote that in the chat.
My content's edgy, but not edgy. But I try my best to keep my content in between this right here. You see this right here, that little slit right there? My best to keep an ad revenue from YouTube because I started in 2010 and got with the partner program. So I still make some money when I'm not being demonetized. You know, I try my best to keep.
I don't know what the shot at me was.
Is being more constrainous on us now, and you know, the thing is, I still make I still make a.
Does he mean constraining?
Yeah, he means more constrained. Yeah, constraneous.
Ad revenue from YouTube because I started.
I don't know what shot at me he's taking. I don't get it. I'm going back. I read the comment.
Of us are going to be getting cut, and I'm surprised. And I gotta tell you something. The woman's voice in this YouTube video, honestly, like every word out of her mouth, I did not like. Honestly, like you need to make changes, and if you don't, we're going to get changes to your channel. And like honestly, I normally I'm not negative, but
yeah, right.
like everything this woman said just made my blood boil. Honestly, like you know, basically come out and say it, YouTube, you're dictatorship. Basically, you know, you are telling us we have to make these changes. Tommy. Are you going to make the changes?
Yeah, the algorithm is just eating up dictatorship.
Yeah, they couldn't care less about some autistic kid. They will kill your channel without hesitation.
They'll find those videos of him flipping out.
And if you don't agree to our changes, you're going to change them for us, and we're going to be punished and lose everything we've worked for. And some people, you know, are going to be having to go to 9-to-5 jobs because now YouTube.
Oh, I guess that person probably meant that, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I've worked fucking 60 hours a week in a regular job on YouTube longer than I've had no job. You know, I don't care.
Okay. Well, here's you. What you do is sort of self-employment. I've been self-employed as well, and you don't really get to you get to set your own hours, but you're on the clock all the time, especially since, you know, your next paycheck is what pays your bills. So it could be late at night and you're called to do certain work. It doesn't matter whether or not you're working 9 to 5 straight. You're constantly on call. There's a lot to working as your own boss that a lot of people don't seem to recognize because they've never done it before.
Yeah, even I didn't.
I ran 2 companies, to be quite honest.
I've never seen anything. I honestly had no idea it was going to be this wild. Like, but it is good. It has its benefits for sure. But like anything else, it has its drawbacks. But obviously, like I'm really lucky to be in the position I'm in. Now, also lucky that Patreon exists, because without Patreon, even if YouTube disappeared, I'd still have my Patreon. Well, you theoretically. And I'd have the website, and things would definitely change. I'd go to Twitch. I'd probably stream on Twitch a lot more. I'd probably stream on Mixer or something like that. I'd have to go to all these other sites. But the problem is, the core audience would still be here, but not all of them, because only about 5% of the people, 10% of the people from YouTube would actually come over to watch my stuff off YouTube. I wouldn't be able to really grow a new audience. That would be the problem. I'd have to create like ads and like Facebook ads or like video ads or something to like advertise what I do, create podcasts. Like the way of growing would be just crazy different. Like I don't know if it'd be possible. I don't know what the hell would happen. So it would probably be, the whole world would flip upside down, no doubt. So a lot of YouTubers already lost what they were doing, you know what I mean? It's like Onision, man. I mean, not that I know that some people are like, fuck him, you know. I mean, whatever. I'm not a big fan of him either, but you know, I don't want anybody to lose their mansion. The guy had a mansion, you know. I mean, it was fucking awesome. And then now he lives in a house that's just a regular little house, you know, 3 bedrooms, like whatever, just very humble little nice little home. He probably owns it outright now, I think, maybe. So I'm not sure. But, you know, he had to downgrade. He thought he was living in a fucking giant house, big-ass fucking Tesla cars and double garages. And next thing you know, he owes $200,000 or whatever it was to the government and, had to change everything. But, I mean, that's kind of his mistake for, like, overshooting. I get it. But, yeah, you don't want anybody to fail, man. I root for people to do really well because you want to do well. So you want people to do really well. But... you know, fuck, I mean, he's in a way better position than most of us are if he owns his home. Even if it doesn't matter, man. I would have taken a dumpster a year ago. I would have lived in a dumpster if you told me it was mine. So, hey, he's got a nice house. It's all good, but he did have to downgrade, and other people, went back to work or whatever. So we had to restart building up again. Anyway, I'm babbling on. Let's listen to what Tommy says.
As soon as I can get me a good moderator in there, I'm going to get it cleaned up better.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know what's going on in Tommy's chat? Oh, my God. This whole time Tommy's talking. Wait till you see this.
Ready to tighten some news, and they're going out for some hang-ins. And I'm like, you're like, Tommy!
What?
Going out for some
Wait
hang-ins?
a minute. What the fuck? What did he just say?
We're going out for some hangings tonight,
Wait.
boys.
Oh, my God.
Tell you what.
All right.
It'll be better than last time, too. They're not going to wiggle so much.
What the fuck? Wait a second.
I'm not understanding what he's saying here, though.
Let me back up.
Ready to tighten some news, and they're going out for some hang-ins. And I'm like, you're like, Tommy, why would you say that? It's the truth. They're out for blood, and they want to.
No, not hangings. Hanging.
All the negative people.
Oh, my God. What did he say?
No, hold on. It'd like to hang people?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Some hangings.
Nooses and shit.
Let me go back a little bit. And then
what was I just saying about the favorite pastime in North Carolina?
Right.
Wasn't I just saying that?
You literally did just say it, yeah. Maybe this is you in his chat.
For more servers. So they are tightening the news. Okay, folks. YouTube is getting ready to tighten some news, and they're going out for some hang-ins. And I'm like, you're like, Tommy, why?
Nobody says that. I just want to bring to attention that nobody talks like that. Nobody says they're tightening the noose and they're going out for some hang-ins. Like, nobody talks like that.
Maybe in New England they don't, but Tommy's in a different area of the country, so maybe it is a common saying.
Jesus. And then look at this N-words in the chat on his fucking chat.
How would you say that? It's the truth.
They're
out for blood.
No, I don't know. Where's Danny MT?
Good moderators. He said that a minute ago.
Where's Danny MT right now, huh? I come in there and say, hey, Tommy, nice video, and he blocks me and says, I'll kill your kids. This fucking guy's saying the N-word over and over again. No moderator, Tommy. What happened to good old Danny MT? Oh, he's always there for me. He's probably breaking a lesbian's arm and taking her wallet somewhere.
And they want to.
Wow.
All the negative people.
Hey, he can read.
This is why.
Did you see that reaction? Oh, like, did you hear that?
Play it back. I gotta see that again.
It was like, oh my God.
Like he's pushing out a turd or something.
He's physically ill.
This is why. This is just ridiculous.
Oh my God.
That's just stupid, right there. Are you kidding me? This guy has 1,000
My question is, how does he know?
Nothing.
Is that maybe a word that he's written out? You know how some kids they doodle on their desk in school and shit. Maybe was this maybe a word that he was writing on his desk?
He's very familiar with this word. His grandfather taught him how to carve this into tree trunks. We go back in the newspaper to 1968 when there was an abundance of the N-word signs all over the town. Stay out N-word everywhere. It was it was my grandfather that first. Okay.
It's stupid right now, and
oh my God.
I just find it to be insane.
This is one of those things that get you taken down.
Good point. That I'll give credit where credit's due. And Essence of Morality says in the chat, he was sounding out the N-word. It maybe. Oh, I know what it means now.
Oh, yeah, that might be it. Imagine if he read it. That'd be great. Oh God, that'd be great. Like the time what was it that he read that I wrote? And he said it hilarious. We have a sound clip of it somewhere, and he's like,
I can't, but it was a word that.
Oh, it was like, he was like, sphincter, or whatever. And it was like, really funny. Oh, God, what was it? It was the same video where he said footages. He was sounding out what I donated to him. I donated like $5 and I wrote something and he was like, sphincter or something like that. It was, oh God, somebody in the chat's gonna know. Slob.
No, it was I remember that. I don't think it was sphincter, but it was like he basically sounded it off and like didn't realize what he had said. And you've played it back several times. It is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I gotta find that because it's so funny. And yeah, it's like he's sounding it out. It's really funny. Oh, suck off. Yes, Irish Dave.
Yeah,
Irish Dave. You're right, Irish Dave. Yeah, I donated to him and I wrote suck off, and he goes, and he sees the super chat. He's like, what did you?
Was it suck me off?
Suck.
Oh.
Off. And that's how he read it. He goes, suck off.
Yeah.
It's really fucking funny.
How YouTube is, I'm basically going to end up turning my comments off. I think, I'm turning my comments off.
Can you even do that from the phone?
I don't need to see my...
Look at all the guys from our show over there.
Hold on, what did he say? I don't have to see my what?
Travis Keene, Steve Callan.
Gosh.
He can't turn the chat off on his phone, I don't think.
So I had to turn my chat off because somebody was being...
Oh, I guess he could. You know, I could have helped him if I was still a mod, but Danny MT told Tommy not to let me be a mod, even though I'm the one who... Whatever.
Abusive in my live chat, and I didn't want to see
boop, boop.
that, and so as soon as I can get me a good moderator in there, I'm gonna get it cleaned up better. But yeah, YouTube. I mean, okay, I'm not
impose
trying
on
to be,
somebody else.
I'm just trying to be. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything here.
Hey, maybe he got rid of. Maybe he did the right thing, man. Maybe he got rid of Danny MT. Maybe he did. Maybe he was like, yeah, you know what? You said that about Joe. You know, maybe he did the right thing, right? I mean, maybe. John Montgomery, thanks for becoming a new patron, by the way.
But I'm just saying, basically, YouTube is trimming the fat here on YouTube, and they're
they've got their work cut out with them for them with you.
It's gonna take a while.
Treating us like it's cable television, and myself, I just I make vlogs, I do videos, and I do skits and that kind of stuff. So other channels skits after that push that limit. You are going to have to set your channel to channel, and then I don't know what's going to happen if you're going to stay monetized.
Is it so...
bad, Well, they're going to smash us into itty-bitty...
That definitely won't be approved.
Pieces, because they can. They can nail us to the wall.
That was his Negan bat that he paid $300 for.
Oh, my God.
Thanks to somebody by the name of Tommy C, it pointed out to me, and some other friends that pointed it out to me. I was lucky to get that down. But the thing is, folks, just grit your teeth and be prepared because, like as Scar would say in the original version, be prepared!
Oh my God. Jesus.
Which, me, personally, I'd be a perfect candidate for Storyfire because my content's not out there.
Did he just say start a fire?
I'd be the perfect guy to start a fire. No,
that's what I heard.
No, see, this is him. Now he wants to be on Storyfire. See, remember this? The other day, he was like, "All those guys."
Say that he was shitting on somebody for being on there.
Juggernauts and all them, all the scumbags. Now he wants to be on there. See, that's why he shit on him because he wants to be on there. Why? The 15 people that are on there all have 15 million subscribers. What is he? What is he doing? God, man, Tommy, you're a fucking fuck.
Insane. And, I'm not condemning anybody else, and I'm saying I'm not condemning anybody else's content at all. I'm seriously saying I'm not condemning anybody else's content. But I'm going to say grit your teeth and just stay safe and try to last out what YouTube is doing here. YouTube is going to take advantage of us. And blame for it, and then people like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, yes, I blame them. They are to blame why some of the stuff.
Jesus.
Okay.
It doesn't end.
So be alert. It was going to go this.
Tommy's talking about like there's a rapist on the prowl.
Far. And honestly, if you are a kid, and I appreciate you if you watch my channel and you are a
Oh no, the JCS Army's in there with the slob comments.
13-year-old or
Look at that.
a 14-year-old or 16-year-old, you know, like, I appreciate that you watch my channel. And there's some content that
Give me your address.
Yeah.
And as always, I'm Tommy NC2010, and I'm keeping you on the inside fact. Catch you later, folks.
Okay. All right. Well, we learned nothing from that, but that's okay. It was kind of funny.
Dude, that was painful.
That was painful.
To go through.
I mean, we got the one little clip, at least, at the beginning, where he said, we're going to go out for a hanging. Whatever he said. That was pretty funny. Where did he say that?
Here, though.
Let me back up.
The Titans, they're out for blood.
What was that, Jesse? Jesse?
I didn't say shit.
Oh, my bad. It must have been in the clip.
Just say that. It's the truth. They're out for blood. And I'm like, you're like, Tommy, why
let me back up.
the Titans
they're out
news,
for
and they're
hanging.
going out
Wasn't
for
it
some
something like-
hangings.
Yeah. There you go.
And they're going out for some hangings.
I can't
You
believe
know,
that.
me and the boys were heading out backcountry. We're going to have some beers with the 4x4s and have some hangings.
Yeah, who the fuck says that? I mean,
They're not hanging.
By the way, the first two are cool. The last two, not so much.
It's the truth. They're out for
Going out
blood,
for some
and
hangings.
they want to. Titans news, and they're going out for some hangings.
They're going out for some hangings.
You know that there's certain terms that he uses very nonchalantly when they are common, that, at least that he's exposed to. There's been other stuff. There's been stuff that you've said that he started to use, or other people and stuff. So we know that when there are certain phrases that are being used, he will use them himself.
Right.
So again, some hangings. I'll leave that to everyone's imagination.
And they're going out for some hangings.
Like, is that a movie quote or something?
News, and they're going out for some hangings.
Trying to clip it down perfectly.
And they're going out for some hangings.
I just can't fucking believe that. It's such a weird thing to say. They're gonna get the noose, they're gonna get the rope, and they're going out for some hangings. Jesus Christ.
And they're going out for some hangings.
There was like one 95-year-old black guy watching his stream earlier, and he fucking just killed him. That comment killed him. He's dead now. Tommy Hangings sound clip. There we go. Now I've got that. Anyway, let's move on to the Sonic trailer news. Oh, let me play a donation first. People are chiming in about something.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Here he is.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
What up, Robert?
So Joe, if YouTube gets shows like yours off YouTube, what shows would be on YouTube? Would Shan's View and
Garbage.
JD be affected by these new rules too?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sean's
probably.
view would.
Yeah, probably all of us, to be honest. Although it seems like some people with over 100,000 subs will be a little bit in the clear more. So you have to hit 100,000 subs to really be like a little bit above the sort of the cut period. So you want to get over 100,000 subs. That's number one. So yeah, I'm the only one without that. I'm at 67 though. So share all my channels and share all my shit, and especially on the Joe Cronin Show channel, share that shit everywhere and sub and all that bullshit. And if you're watching and you don't sub, make sure you sub. Because that's when I looked at the rules, there's a whole lot of more automatic stuff for 100K channels, less reviewed, all kinds of things. So you definitely want to get to 100K to get the police off your back a little bit. Not the real police, but figuratively speaking. You know what I mean? The YouTube police. So.
Super Chat Party.
The chick in the YouTube vid was kinda hot though.
Dirty D's. What up, Dirty D's? I don't know which one you're talking about, though. But we will, let me know which one you're talking about. Thank you, Dirty D's. So, Sonic, we got this thumbnail. Thank you, Dirty. And who was that $10 guy?
I couldn't care fucking less about the Sonic movie.
Well, let's
or
get it
the
out of the way.
outrage about the character, it didn't look right, and blah blah blah. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Really?
Not at all.
I mean, I didn't care too much, but it was kind of like when you saw it, you didn't go like, what the fuck is that? You didn't see the Sonic trailer and go like, what the fuck is that? Like, you didn't, like, even if you didn't care, you didn't look at Sonic and be like, that's weird.
Yeah, of course I saw it and was like, yeah, that looks stupid, but I don't care because it's not something I'm invested in, you know? It's just... Yeah, man, this movie should have came out like
1998, 95.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I'm not
wishing them, you know, bad reviews or anything like that. It's just not something that I'm gonna end up checking out. I'm absolutely sure that it's gonna be probably 100 times better than the Mario Brothers movie that came out in the 90s, but I couldn't care less.
I kind of want to. I wish I had like drugs to take because I think I want to see the movie like inebriated. Like I do want to see it, but I want to see it like fucked up. You know, if I see it.
See, if that was a challenge, if there was like an internet challenge instead of the stupid, you know, ice bucket challenge and stuff, it's just like watch this movie on mushrooms. You know what? Maybe I would do something like that. That's at least that would probably make the movie more enjoyable and stuff. You know.
I take it back. It'll be one of two things: either I'll go myself like loaded, or I'll take my kids sober. Like if I take my kids, then I got that.
Dude, I tried to get somebody to watch The Stand when they were on mushrooms. They could not handle it.
That's not a good idea, Jesse. What are you doing? Seriously.
They couldn't even handle the fucking DVD title screen. They were losing it, bro.
Oh, man.
It was great.
Fuck that. That could ruin like your life, I feel like.
Fuck it.
Yeah, and definitely don't watch fucking Requiem for a Dream. I
like watching Clockwork Orange.
Don't watch it alone. Like if I watch Requiem alone, I become suicidal.
I watched that movie 2 times, and I haven't watched it since, and I'm still traumatized. And that was like probably a decade ago or more.
I've seen it 12 or 15 times, but I haven't. But I've only watched it alone twice, and both.
No,
times,
I've watched it alone both of those times.
Oh no.
You
become so depressed.
And I was out of my mind high and fucking inebriated. Like, it was a trip, to say the least.
That's double worse.
Yeah. But hey, at least the message got across, and from that point on, it was like, this movie needs to be like shared in fucking high schools, and kids need to be made to watch this shit. Even the fucking ass to ass shit. They got to watch the whole thing so that they get the fucking story.
Well,
the performances were incredible.
When did it come out? Because I saw it back when I was in high school.
98, I think. I'm
Requiem?
just I'm just going off my mind. I'm going to look it up right now.
I think it's 2000. I think it's 2000, but I don't know off the top of my head. But you look it up. I think it's 2000 though.
And I get this for you. Oh yeah, you are correct.
Boom.
2000.
Daddy knows. But yeah, I saw it. I was in high school though. I was in high school.
Somebody mentioned Cabin in the Woods. That's a pretty good movie.
I didn't see that yet. I wanted to see that when that first came out, but then I didn't end up seeing it.
It's actually not bad.
I was 16. So there you go, Dave. I was 16 when I saw Requiem for a Dream. But then again, I was
20.
I was 13 when I saw Natural Born Killers, I think.
Hold on. So
I turned out okay.
16 or 14. No, but see, Natural Born Killers, I think, came out early. I remember I was...
No, Natural Born Killers 16. Came out in 94 or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think I watched it in 95, and made me sick to my stomach.
First time I saw Natural Born Killers was... I saw a clip of it in 95, but then I saw the movie in 99. Or 99, yeah. So, but yeah, it was all high school, man. I saw all these movies in high school. Requiem for a Dream scared the fuck. I was like, I'll never stick a needle in my arm ever after that movie. Fuck this. You know, I ain't doing it. And yeah, I saw the ass to ass thing and everything. Yeah, I mean, I was 16. I thought the movie was great. I didn't get it all. It wasn't all weird because whatever. Man, I feel like I was 20 something when I saw those movies, but I was actually 13, 14, and 15 and 16. We were pretty, you know, you're mature. Like, you know, as long as you're not a nutbag, you're pretty mature at that age. Like, you understand all that stuff. You forget that. But it's like, I mean, I think. I
it's
don't know.
not maturity, it's discernment. It's the ability to discern hypocrisies in the world that you live in. So, like, kids, for example, they're like, you know, at that age, like at that time, specifically the late 90s, you're being told, like, drugs are bad and stuff, but you know that, you know, adults use them and there's like this sort of mystique around it, and there's lies around it too, and you know you're you know realizing that there's a different world from what you've been told and stuff. So like it's not that, you know, I don't know that kids know it all, but like they can see through bullshit, or at least some of it.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, like he's not to go into it like always, but real briefly, it's like when I was younger, when I was living with my dad before my dad died, I had this idea of alcohol. Like, what is that? And what's beer? And like, what's that? That's all terrible stuff. Like, I would never like even think about that type of stuff. And then what happened was when, you know, it seemed like a magical land, like a whole, like the idea of marijuana, like what did they used to call marijuana? Like pot and other things. They'd call it drugs.
Pot, weed, dope.
Oh, joints, like, oh, a joint, you know. So I had this really scary, like when you saw that white rolled up thing, like when you saw that, I thought that was the most evil thing ever. I thought, like, what's wrong with those people? Like, I was totally scared of that stuff in alcohol because I was living like Leave It to Beaver in New Hampshire, and beer, even alcohol. Around the holidays, I saw people have some wine, maybe like they poured wine or something. That seemed like a fun thing. But even beer and alcohol, that type of thing was kind of like, ooh, that's kind of like, you're not supposed to really drink that, like, and all these things. And then when I had that negative outlook of all those things, after my dad died, when my mother's brought in that dickhead drunken fucking asshole, he smoked weed once in a while. And he drank beer. And he was a piece of shit. So on top of that, what happened is I started thinking like, oh my God, this shit is fucking awful. You know what I mean? All it did was clarify everything. The guy was scary. The guy was threatening. He became belligerent and insane when he drank. He would scream at me randomly, like he scared the shit out of me.
It must be the marijuana. Reefer Madness was right.
Yeah, right. But no, it was beer mostly. It really was, but it was beer. So I had this outlook of beer and alcohol. Like, I'll never do that. I'll never, ever do that, is what I thought. Even more so than before it. But then what happens is you become so damaged, then you do try it because you're so fucked up. But I probably never really would have cared to drink and stuff like that had that never happened. But the bottom line is, yeah, that view of it was so weird and mysterious and like, oh, that's so bad and everything. But in reality, it's not like that at all. It's ridiculous. Here are the payments to... Oh, Joe... Hunter Biden's been a bad boy, somebody just sent me. What did Biden do something? Hunter Biden? Who's that?
The guy's been... Hunter Biden is the son of Joe Biden, and he's been involved with taking bribes from Ukraine and China. The guy, you know, literally took $150 billion from China.
Oh, man.
Like this whole, you know, Ukraine collusion bullshit, quid pro quo, is totally incorrect, because the fact is Pelosi's kid, Biden's kid, there's two other fucking pieces of shit, Romney's kid, and there's somebody else's kid, all were on boards, company boards for these Ukrainian companies that were funneling money out of Ukraine and into Democratic coffers.
So I think we should have Hunter Biden fight Donald Trump Jr. And they can just get in the ring, just MMA, just let them beat the shit out of each other. I think it'd be a good fight. I think it'd be a pretty good fight.
I'd say Hunter Biden should go to court first and face the illegal acts that he's done. By the way, Joe Biden, his dad, gloated on a video, and you've seen this video, I think, where he laughs in front of a bunch of multi-million-dollar donators, where he said and admitted publicly that he told the president of Ukraine, get your investigator off my son's ass in regards to his corruption investigation, or Ukraine won't get all this money that the Obama government has allocated as donations for your country. And they basically shut down that investigation.
And they're going out for some hangings.
That's kind of fucking messed up, huh? That's I have seen that, by the way. That's kind of made the rounds.
Yeah, the media is not covering it too much, so it's right now it's the topic of conspiracy theorists. But the more information that comes out, the more people will see that this is correct, and this guy is also conducting treason on America. But
so, you had no interest in Sonic. Do you have interest in the movie that we've been, at least I've been kind of talking about a little bit for the last year? Dr. Sleep is out. Has anybody bothered to go see Dr. Sleep yet, the sequel to The Shining?
I've seen your Shining recommendations for it. I've not seen it myself, but I have.
It's the first time hearing of it, so like I'm down.
God, you gotta check it out.
It's supposed to be the sequel to The Shining.
From what I understand, it's got a little bit of the book in it, and it's a little bit of a sequel to the movie, so it's deriving a little bit from the book, just like the movie, wasn't exactly the book. So you're telling the continue.
The TV, that 8-hour fucking thing they did was more like the book for sure.
Right. I don't think I watched that, but I remember that. I remember I didn't like
he actually used the mallet and shit and all that stuff.
Right. It was more like a hybrid of the movie and the book. This is more like, what I'm being told is this has a lot of book elements in it, but it's the same thing. It does, but it doesn't. It's still a continuation of, they have to keep with the canon of the other movie. So, but not a big deal. I'm seeing that people think it's pretty good. I'm looking at the reviews and people think it's pretty good. A lot of people think it's a good movie. So some people didn't like it, but it just seems like most of the people I watch that I like are saying, it's a thumbs up or 7 out of 10. So I'm hoping that it's good, that I like it. And we're going to find out. The Shining is overrated. I mean,
I was just going to bring that comment up. But I don't know. It's
pop culturally, it is. I get what you mean. Like, it's over. You see it all the time or whatever, but the movie is really good. Like, it.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic. And not just because people say it is. It's like when you watch it, it's pretty fucking badass.
Dude, I really love Stanley Kubrick so much. He is my favorite director.
Oh yeah. The only movie I couldn't quite get through is the one you used to use to sleep to, the fucking Odyssey one.
Oh, 2001. Yeah, that's why it's like, if I want to do that, I'll watch that.
I like parts of it, but you gotta like get through a whole bunch of shit to get to the good parts.
You know what?
2001: A Space Odyssey is probably one of the most esoteric movies ever made, and it is fucking brilliant.
I'd probably enjoy it more now than I did way back when. So I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
And Dr. Strangelove is a brilliant masterpiece.
You know what movie I really loved that I didn't see until later was Lolita.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's fucked up? I don't know why, because he's not supposed to be with this young girl. Like, you're like, this is fucking weird, right? It's fucked up. But the guy really loves her. So it's weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's creepy. He's a fuck. But he really loves her. And when and so now if you made a real movie where the guy was molesting her and stuff like that, it wouldn't be as endearing. But because he just seems to love her and he's not doing anything creepy to her yet, I don't think they show that in the movie or anything like that. But when he brings the fucking I almost fucking it was fucking with me when he brought her the money and she's with that new dude or whatever. And he's like, oh, I just wanted you to have the money or whatever. And you just feel bad. How do you feel somehow you feel bad for him? But you think that that's a weird fucking Hollywood conditioning thing? It's okay with kids?
No, I just feel with that movie, it was literally just showing the arc of it's like Breaking Bad or something, or any of these things where you want to feel good for the bad guy kind of thing.
I guess it is.
So you can. I mean, you want it. Yes, I mean that's the whole point. I feel movies or anything is to make you feel a certain way. You should hate this person, but you don't, or you should like this person, but you don't. Right. Because there's multi layers to them.
What's amazing to me is you can watch a movie like Lolita or Dr. Strangelove, and then go into the Clockwork Orange and The Shining and those obvious ones, and you can see these black and white movies like that this guy directed that are just really awesome to watch or interesting to watch. And then you can like fast forward all the way to Eyes Wide Shut, and it still has that feeling. Like if you didn't know it was Stanley Kubrick, you'd be like, I think this is fucking Stanley Kubrick. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's got
like,
that weird vibe to it that only he could do. You know?
Yeah, and it's like you just want to like it's unbelievable. Like it's just the weirdest shit. And the other thing about Eyes Wide Shut is getting into even the movie that he only had a little bit to do with. He only wrote a little bit of it. He only produced a little bit of it. Was that Spielberg took over was Artificial Intelligence. That movie has a Stanley Kubrick ghost in it. Like basically, it's like you're watching all the good vibes and amazing whatever of Steven Spielberg, but then like you can taste the Stanley Kubrick that was involved in it. You can like taste it with the fucking dark. It's I can't even explain what he does. It's like he creates this sort of very realistic, very real situation, but very mystical situation too. And it's depressive. Usually it's dark.
Still an aura about him, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's fucking bizarre what he does. Like that, I love AI too. Like, and that's a weird movie as well. And nobody talks about that much. That one.
At least 30 minutes of Eyes Wide Shut was cut out from the final release, and apparently there was a lot of stuff that Kubrick was showing about the elite in those videos, in those clips, that they didn't like very much because he was in perfect health the day he presented this release of his, and a few days later he was dead.
Wow. What was the last movie? What about Vanilla Sky? He did that one too, right? That was the last one, right? Was that the last one before his last complete movie, or was it Eyes Wide Shut?
He was working on multiple movies, like you said, AI and such, but it was with it was soon after he had presented the his cut of Eyes Wide Shut, his draft, to executives that I think it was about 3 days later he died, in quotations. Yeah. And there was an article, actually several articles that were released probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, where Tom Cruise's ex-wife, I can't remember her name, the Australian broad, who's married to the country singer now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know who she is. Yeah. She came out and she said that Stanley Kubrick told her that pedophiles run the world. And this was printed in public mainstream media. So...
Wow, I mean, we're starting to see that more now. And I think, dude, it's social media and shit that's showing us this. Without social media, podcasts and YouTube and things like that, there wouldn't be this much talk about all that shit. So there's another reason why we're all in trouble with this, what we do here. Because look at ABC. Remember the ABC leak that just happened? If that leak had happened, you remember that? Dave, you saw this, right?
Yeah.
Remember the ABC leak? This fucking lady, I think Bill Burr summed it up the best. Let me see. Do I have that clip? Let me find out. Here it is. Listen to this. This is all you need to know.
Going, we had this story 3 years ago. We had all evidence. We had photos. We had film. We had this lady. We said we were going to protect her and all of that shit.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace.
You know who knows who he is? Alex Jones, who ran about years on the guy being a pedophile in an island, and flights and weird flights with pedophiles flying to the island, leaving with strange people en masse and coming and going. Alex Jones.
Or Bill Cooper.
And a few other people too, but listen to her.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story.
Wonder why Alex Jones is missing.
And the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so...
Prince Andrew and the palace. She's talking about the UK? Who's she talking about? UK?
Oh, yeah. I was just responding to somebody that just said that. Prince Andrew is part of the royal family of the UK. And he's literally had 28 different numbers in Epstein's black book on how to contact him, photographed multiple times with underage girls. There's women right now that are suing him because they alleged that they were sexually assaulted and stuff while they were servicing clientele there at the Epstein Island. So, and he's got multiple locations as well, one in Arizona actually.
So there you go. Prince of the UK is a child molester.
Well, that whole inbred family seems to be involved in certain shenanigans.
According to this, and according to what we're hearing, allegedly, this guy's some kind of child molester. That's what they're saying here.
Her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways.
And nobody cares. Everybody just goes, oh, whatever, her kid's getting abducted and raped and all these other things. Oh, kid's being raped. That's okay.
We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story.
And ABC douched that fucking story because they didn't want to fuck up their interview with Prince Harry and his actress fucking wife. So they walk away from a story about underage children being underage children. That's redundant. Underage kids being fucking sexually assaulted, raped, and everything on this fucking island by all these fucking rich guys.
And it's also the location that is alleged to have housed these wild orgies.
And then she fucking backs the whole. The whole time she was bitching. She goes, "Oh, it drives me crazy." I thought that she was bitching more that she didn't get the story. She didn't get the scoop, as they say in that business. Not that there were actually kids having this horrible stuff done to them. And then she fucking backs off the whole thing going, that was a private moment of frustration.
Robot quickly issued a statement saying her comments were made in a private moment of frustration.
Oh, you mean the part where you said you had evidence about all of these fucking super rich people banging kids? That was a private moment of frustration, and then it all goes away. All these years, you guys talking to me about how I got a tinfoil hat on and I talk conspiracy and all of this shit. You fucking explain this one to me.
Pretty fucked up.
Exactly.
Pretty fucked up when a guy who's literally kind of involved in a lot of this Hollywood stuff, and I don't know if he even realizes it, but he's not afraid to come out and mention it because everybody knows this is bullshit. They raped kids, they abducted people, they human trafficking, all this stuff, and it was covered up. The reporters wouldn't even stick up for kids. This is probably the same reporter that would be like, I hope someone dies in jail for raping kids, but literally you could have saved more people. Or it's too late, so maybe they think, oh, whatever. And they're not on that island anymore. They're on some other place. They're in a cave, or they're on an island, or they're in a cave, or they're somewhere. This is going on somewhere else in multiple different rich groups and circles and people all over the place. This is happening all over the place, probably. We just don't know now. It's just like CERN and all those other things, Project, whatever the fucking thing with the clouds. They move the area. It's like Area 51. You know, do you think all that shit's at Area 51 now? It's not. It's somewhere else. You think, oh, this stuff ain't at Epstein's Island anymore. It's still going on somewhere else. There's somebody else. Epstein got caught, and they were like, oh, fuck. Like, we got to kill this guy as soon as possible. Get him killed. He needs to be killed. Because he had to be. Because if he shared any information, like, forget about it. And you would have had to probably, I don't know if you would have had to torture him, but you would have had to do something. Maybe you would have given it up. That would have been wild. The first they'd have to get him to admit to everything that happened, right? Like the worst of the worst that happened. Like everything. And if he starts admitting stuff that's like terrible, like horrible shit that's really, really bad, then they have to start thinking about how they're going to, cut a deal with him to get all the names of all these other people. But then he's the ringleader, so who do it's just crazy. The whole thing is nuts. But it's clear that it's covered up and nobody cares. No, I mean, people do, but not, what are you going to do? So, this is fucking crazy. This is some evil shit.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
I think one of my second grade students could outread Tommy and his stupid mustache. Tommy, please shave your mustache. I look terrible, but if you look more terrible than I do, there is a problem. I just want Tommy to be able to go to a Chuck E. Cheese again.
Robbie Hyde, thank you, man.
Mustache.
He'll never be able to go to one of those again, though, because he'll
Dude,
always.
he loves to gamble.
I gotta say though, I'm very pleased to see that many people are.
Oh my God!
Where am I living? Right now.
Dave, why won't Tommy give me your number? I told him 1,000,000 times, but he keeps busting in on me and I can't copy it from his phone fast enough. Roast my pussy, Dave, while you roast Tommy. Hashtag slob.
Oh my God, Crystal's bushy tush. That is fucked up. Oh, thank you, Crystal's bushy tush. What the fuck kind of name is that? But I know it's the top donator, so it's going in the fucking thing.
Trim it up, lady. Trim it up.
Bushy tush.
No, I was just going to say that a lot of people seem to be woke about the fact about Epstein, and hopefully when Joe gets his shit together and we can actually do a video, I can present all the information that I've accrued and basically take you through a timeline of what Jeffrey Epstein is all about and all the questionable things in regards to his supposed demise.
I want everybody
and
to...
people say, sorry, I gotta add this.
Yeah.
People say, oh, Dave's like a Trump-like cheerleader, blah, blah, blah. I hold Trump personally responsible for this guy's death. This guy should never have died. I wanted to see this guy in court. He should have fucking be able to spill the beans. This is something I hold, against Trump. So
yeah, Trump
all
should
these
have been
people
like...
that are fucking these, dick-sucking faggots, like there's this guy earlier on, like, oh, pictures, blah, blah, blah. I can prove that Trump has never been to Epstein's Island because the flight records prove it. But because he was at certain fundraisers and he was pictured with him, he's been pictured with Hillary Clinton. He's been pictured with fucking, the Bushes and stuff.
Problem is if
He's been
Trump...
pictured with fucking Jesse Jackson.
If Trump
all these swindlers.
If Trump had thought that Epstein was a piece of shit and they needed to grab him to keep him safe to spill the beans, like so that they could get everything out of him, so he didn't get killed like this, he would have been seen as like, oh, Trump's going to save his pedo buddy. He is a pedo,
Yep.
so like.
That's true too.
I mean,
that's true too.
I know that's fucked up too. But it's like everyone's trying to protect themselves, and that's why.
By the way, this guy was saying, picture speaks, louder than words. Yeah, you know what? That's true because the warden or the dean or whatever, the guy that controls the prison that this guy was in, was pictured several times with Hillary Clinton. So how about that? I mean, again, like everyone in the chat seems to understand this. Epstein was dirty. He was set up, he was killed, obviously. And there's a reason why, because he had dirt on all these different politicians. Why wouldn't they want to fucking have him killed? So at least people are awakening to the fact, and you have people doing this on mainstream media. There was an interview the other day where somebody just like dropped it, and like apparently it caused problems with the news organization that was, showing it on live on air.
I got to,
but like people are awake. People realize that, we're being fucked over.
And they're making a big mistake because guess what? Republicans and Democrats and everybody are coming together on this issue. Everybody. We're all coming together on this issue. Everybody's saying Epstein didn't kill himself. The Republicans, the Democrats, I would say 80% of
independents.
Everybody's coming together. They had you. They were trying to create a race war. They were trying to get us all distracted, fighting with each other, trying to create a race war, trying to create a class war, trying to create Republicans versus Democrats, and they're still doing that, and it's still working. But this is a huge wrench in that because now everybody's saying it, and we all agree, and we're all having fun. So I have two things. First of all, I got to take a piss. I'm going to let you take over for a second, and I'm going to leave you with this. David Duke, the former KKK leader, crazy asshole piece of shit guy.
Piece of shit.
He always comes up when it comes to a new Democratic candidate, or when it comes to a Republican candidate. So do you guys see this pattern?
Stain first,
right? So David Duke comes out. This would be like if somebody bad from our Joe Cronin show community or somebody came and said, "I love Joe Cronin. I'm his friend." Yeah. And then everybody was like, well, Joe, this guy says he's your friend, though. And like, this guy, no, he's trying to, I have nothing to do with that. I can't help if somebody says they like me. I denounce them.
That's how you can prove he's a Fed. because he's always fucking attaching himself to smear that person or whatnot, and he flip-flops all the time.
He's on Tulsi Gabbard now.
Literally is working for some sort of government organization
that's exactly what I was
crazy fuck.
I was trying to set that up for you. I was going to say, how much is he paid and who's he working for? Because it's clear as day he's some kind of a fucking psyop of some sort.
I wish I knew what organization he did work, he is working for, but like he's definitely running games on both sides, and it's just so evident because this guy is he's vile and disgusting, but because he goes back and forth between both parties, he's not genuine, he's just there to the fucking, to fuck shit up. Okay, so if
he just left.
That's good. No, that's cool. Like, hey, you never know with a rant with me or something. I could literally talk.
He's
for
like,
3
Dave's
hours.
never gonna shut up. I got.
Yeah, exactly. This is the perfect time for me to take a piss. But yeah, David Duke is a piece of shit. And yeah, just like Clambaked said in the chat, as well as many other people, controlled opposition. It's somebody that is set up to act as a villain and then force the government to say, well, we need a solution to that, problem, reaction, solution. Actually, something happened in the 90s in Canada where this, supposed white nationalist or like, extremist group like, neo-Nazis or something was started. And then eventually it came out that it was the government that had RCMP officers sort of encourage people to start this club. They provided them with materials and all these sorts of things and encouraged them to like try to commit like terrorism and stuff. But when the people in that group realized, shit, we're being played, they sort of like outed these people, and it was like a whole scandal and shit. So it's actually 1967, I believe, United States. This is where it starts, at least on a common level. COINTELPRO. Counterintelligence Program. I'm sure a lot of you in the chat already know this. Maybe I've even skipped some messages that were talking about it, but COINTELPRO, just look it up. It was set up specifically to infiltrate grassroots groups, including, say, like the Black Panthers, which didn't start off as a terrorist group or any sort of other group other than to help their community.
Right.
They were purposely infiltrated, manipulated, and coerced, as well as being observed by the government to force them into a position where then the government could then respond. Problem, reaction, solution.
The other thing is every single time there's a candidate that they want to get out of there or they want to go against, the talk shows start bringing it up and everybody start bringing it up. And you look at yourself and you go, well, what the fuck does that matter? He does that with everybody who you hate or with everybody who it's clear as day, his pattern. He's a former fucking KKK leader or whatever. Like, so why do you really hold that guy's opinion? Like, what does that mean? Like, what is it? He could endorse anybody and it doesn't matter. Like, why would he endorse me? Like, I would say to the person, why? So why? What am I?
And you know what? And when this guy endorsed Trump, Trump was like, he. As soon as it happened, he's like, I totally, disavow this guy. And then at least 2 or 3 videos that I saw from different media had people question him. It's like, well, why haven't you disavowed this guy? He's like, but
I did.
I disavowed him as soon as he said that stuff.
Right.
Like my people told me this. I was like, I don't want to be involved with that. No, I disavowed him. So, but like 3 different fucking media interviews, one after the other, separated by time, so they wouldn't already know this stuff, and they kept asking him the same question.
Yep, they kept saying it like if they keep saying it, it will be true or whatever. Like, oh, if we keep saying like, why didn't you disavow this? Because then what happened is he got asked like a 3rd time or something, and he kind of just went, yeah, I already talked about that or whatever. And then the next day they were like, oh, you didn't disavow it yesterday. You just kept saying I already talked about it. He's like, yeah, because I originally disavowed it, you fucking idiot. Like, and it's like, but they ran with that story for a whole 24 hours because he couldn't respond yet. And listen, even if you hate Trump or you love Trump, hate him for the right reason. Don't hate him for the narrative that was painted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing is like, I'm not even, there's some things I hate about him.
Yeah, there are valid reasons. And I mean, I'm so honest that I'm willing to and capable of, criticizing him as well as praising him. but I'm open and honest on what he does, and certain things I will call out.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to call out. I mean, I couldn't even vote. I didn't even want to vote for him. But it's like, this is bullshit. Like, this stuff is, it goes into all these things.
You want to see my dick?
Oh boy, look who it is.
I'm Sean's View Entertainment. And you want
we were getting way too serious. Anyway, we gotta.
Do you want to see my dick?
Yeah, we gotta throw down. I got a big announcement in a second, by the way.
Talking on my story.
I'm Sean's View. Don't screw with me, or else I'll show you my pee-pee. Do you want to see my dick? Do you want to see my prick?
Joe, I got a bat rattle for you. Yeah, you say your name is Joe. You say you fuck them hoes. But behind the scenes you ride a dildo on a dodo, a deer, a female deer. If those does be looking sexy, I'm a fuck em in their ear. Rear tier bitch, your reindeer deb a cunt.
Holy shit, man. Look out for that, man. What a fucking rap. That was That Tasty Poop Sack. And That Tasty Poop Sack, that's going to put you at the top, That Tasty Poop Sack. Man, that's what a beat, what a rap. Well, I got a rap for you, motherfucker. How about that? You want something? I'm just kidding. I just wanted to fucking make Dave Rose cringe. Like, he's like, oh no, like, here we go. It's fucking.
No, I was just kidding too.
Telling.
Oh yeah? Are you sure, Dave? Are you sure?
Just kidding, not kidding.
Sure you don't want to stop this?
You can do whatever you want. So just fucking do it.
All right, let's take a call. Unknown caller. This will be good.
I'd rather have the rap.
Well, well, you'll be happy to know that the calls aren't working again, so we couldn't even take the call. I took it and it just hung up on him. Unknown caller.
Let me say something. I wanted to fucking say it from the very beginning.
Yes.
And I was actually trying to set up your story, with the Tommy and stuff and the other stuff, just so that like you could build up to it. Because again, fuck my stories, get them out of the way. But hey, you did it your way, baby. Don Cherry was fired on Remembrance Day, which is your Veterans Day.
It's just horrible.
It was a clear It was a clear message that was being sent to him that he cannot criticize the new Canada, the Canada where the immigrant that doesn't want to assimilate is praised over old stock Canadians that built this country and sacrificed. And actually recognize, the sacrifices for this and wear a poppy. Now, the poppy thing might be a little foreign to Americans, but it's an important thing here in Canada.
Not to hockey playing, not to the hockey fans. I don't think. I know about it. Even I bought one.
But that's the thing, though. Remembrance Day here in Canada is again like World War I was a big devastator for Canada, so that's why it really sticks in.
It's kind of like Veterans. It's like Memorial Day and Veterans Day and a little bit of 4th of July all rolled into one in Canada. It's really a big thing.
But that whole the symbol about the poppy, that's supposed to be a sacred sort of symbol and stuff. And all he said was basically that there are a lot of people out there. All he said was like, you people. And you people is just like, it's referring to anybody that you're talking to. But you people that don't fucking wear the poppy.
Right.
What does it cost you to drop in a couple of, coins into a fucking box and wear that poppy with pride? Again, and people try to construe it as like, oh, it's just like about immigrants and stuff. Well, I don't think that that's what he was referring to. He was talking about all different sorts of people. But I will tell you this, as somebody that grew up in a Latino community, there wasn't that much of an emphasis on Canadian patriotism. And I can affirm what he's saying is that, from my personal experience as well as what I've seen, there isn't that much sort of emphasis put on recognizing this from new immigrants. And it's just a fact.
Yeah.
And he got fired for it.
I'm shocked he got fired for that. Like, I can't, like, I'm fucking pissed.
He even said that if they had let him back on, like if they didn't fire him, he would have explained himself better on the next show. And he thought that his explanation would probably smooth things over and, make things cool. So explain where he was coming from and stuff.
Right.
But they didn't even give him a chance to defend himself. It was just like, okay, you're fired.
It's kind of like when I call the
38 years, dude. 38 years on the air.
Dude, that guy is a legend. I'm fucking love goddamn. I'm fucking pissed, dude. Fuck you, fucking goddamn. What was it? Was it CBC or whatever the hell he's on?
CBC, yes. And
Yeah.
they got $1 billion from the taxpayers last year, and they're probably going to get $1.6 billion this year. So
Unbelievable to this guy. Don Cherry's a goddamn legend, man. That's enraging.
But that's the thing, though, and a lot of memes are going out there, which is great, because the thing is, though, they show the difference. They show a picture of Don Cherry and say, this guy was fired for basically saying people should show some patriotism. And then next to him, they've got Trudeau in one of his many black faces saying, and this guy was reelected.
Right.
And the left is now trying to say, well, there's a difference between the two, I mean, Don Cherry's just some old racist white guy. Well, Trudeau, he's just some young white, guy, and he didn't know and stuff. This guy literally was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Like, this guy, his name alone.
He was born with a Cuban cigar in his ass.
Well, those stories are true.
Just fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. First of all, let me say this. Me and Dave especially, is going to take a deep dive into the Epstein thing. So that is coming on Patreon this week. It's going to be big. It's going to be a big podcast. It's going to be available on Patreon. If you like the whole Epstein idea, it sounds like huge. Dave's got this timeline broken down and all these things, and I'm going to be reacting to it. It's going to be a big podcast. It's going to be really good. It's going to be on Patreon, and it's going to be this week. And it would have been up probably tonight if I had figured my shit out today, but it'll be up this week. And, yeah, that's going to be a big one. Now, I almost did a podcast with Tommy today, but I'm going to play these clips for you, and I want you to tell me if I'm being a baby or not. And
I like how you cut me off.
Oh, what were you going to say?
No, just like, let's wrap it up, Dave. Enough with Don Cherry. Let's get to the
if you're not
meat and potatoes.
No, that's somebody else. You can keep going on Don Cherry. There's more to talk about. I'm game. I'm pissed about this.
No, you're the one that runs the show. It's all good, dude.
I didn't know I was cutting you off.
I'm disappointed and disgusted. I just want to wrap up with that, and just like, this guy really did nothing wrong. And I mean, again, I'm an immigrant, and some people say, "Oh, you lived in Canada for so long, like you're just Canadian." It's like, well, I want to think that that's the case, but I have been brought up in a community that was different, but I was always taught the same thing. You're in Canada now, you're a Canadian, you assimilate, you speak the languages in public that are of that country, and you fall in line. And I just don't see that with many new Canadians. And Don Cherry, who lives in a place where about 80% of the people that live there in that sort of borough are new Canadians. He's got a right to say that, because he sees that firsthand, that these people are not fucking wearing poppies. But we can move on from my irrelevant rant.
Someone wants to know what tier Patreon you guys are going to do this on.
Well, Final Frontier is usually in the $10,
right?
It's in the $10 VIP tier for Final Frontier. But I don't know if the Epstein thing falls under Final Frontier, so me and Dave, whatever we do...
I would say it does, because it was going to go on Final Frontier News. We also had some news on the International Space Station. I actually sent Joe a video today, which was very, very cool.
I wonder if it's... People were arguing that was like an instrument he dropped, but it was like not from where it is.
Not the way that it was rotating.
Yeah, it was gigantic. Like you can tell from where it is. But wait till you guys see this video and we talk about this video. That's going to be another thing on Patreon. And I may put that up with a YouTube clip or a Vimeo clip or something, because it's so wild. Like, but here's me possibly being a baby with Tommy. Tommy asked me today if I wanted to record honestly, because I've been asking him about recording honestly. And I was game to record honestly today. And now we're probably going to record it tomorrow. But he threw me into a rage. Normally, normally when we do honestly, you guys know, when we do honestly, me and Tommy keep it pretty normal. Like, we don't get into like joking with Tommy that much. Like, we don't get into anything else. We just do a straight podcast, me and Tommy. And you know, so I don't normally bust his balls really on those too much. We just kind of have a good time and talk. But this is how it went down, man. You tell me if I'm a dick.
Man, yeah, let's do it in a few minutes, like in a little while. I'm a little busy right now, like maybe another 15 minutes or so. You want to do it then?
So I'm all ready to go. Honestly, let's record. Here we go.
Yeah, sure, man. Just give me a time, and I'll throw a jacket on, and we'll do the podcast.
It's a podcast. Tommy doesn't need a jacket, but he's...
I love that he's got to throw the jacket on.
I love that.
Most people, it's like, I got to set up, man. I got to put my mic and everything, get the levels right.
No,
Whatever.
I'm like...
No, I got to put my jacket on.
I'm always about, like, give me a second to piss, you know? That's
right. Yeah, exactly. But I got to put my jacket on.
It's okay. I'm off today. I got nothing. Joe, please do me a favor. Please don't try to trigger me. Please don't call me sloppy. Please. That's all I'm asking.
Wait, Joe, did he send that right after the other one?
Yes. and part of me wanted to be like, well, I won't call you sloppy because I call you slob. It's not sloppy, it's slob.
Like, it's a different show than when he comes unmonetized.
Exactly. It's a different... It's me and him. We sit down, we have a podcast. He knows that. But now he starts being like, please don't say sloppy. I don't know what it was about that, but that irritated the shit out of me.
Oh, fuck.
So now I'm pissed. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I'm a baby, but I was like...
Is there more? Did you retort to that?
Oh, yeah, listen.
Well, you know, Tommy, almost every time we do Honestly, it's just audio only, so you don't even need to put a jacket on.
Oh.
But, yeah. I mean, we can do video.
Oh, that was before I heard that message. So that's before I heard the message. Let's see.
I figure let's have a good episode of Honestly and
oh, yeah, this was the message that really pissed me off. This is the one that set me off. Listen to this. Let's have a good episode. Like, all the episodes are good because we always enjoy them. We don't do the same thing as the other shows. So now I'm just angry. Listen to this. Oh, my God, I want to tear his heart out.
I figure let's have a good episode of Honestly and have some good conversations. Talk about Sonic. Talk about 2020 Ghostbusters and all sorts of topics and just... You know, maybe talk about Godzilla 2020, Godzilla versus King Kong, some good subjects, you know?
Like, that's what we do every time, by the way. That's what we do every time on Honestly.
All right, never mind, Tommy. We'll do it another day.
That's me just being like, all right, I'll do another day. Fuck this.
Usually when we do Honestly, Tommy, I don't ever trigger you or do anything you on Honestly. We just have a podcast. But yeah, let's just do it. We'll see you on Friday night for Monetize This.
Where we will be fucking with you.
Where we will fuck with you, yeah.
I mean, it's
just irritated me. I couldn't do it anymore.
Maybe he's been getting it from so many. Maybe he's been getting, you know, bullshit from all kinds of people, like off air and shit or whatever, and it's just getting to him. I don't know.
I was already in a bad, I was in a bad mood today, really bad mood, and then I came out of it, and I was like, yeah, let's do that, Tommy. And then he said that, and I just went to fucking pissed off world.
Are you saying that because you purposely want to call me sloppy and trigger me? Ugh. I'm just curious. Are you just really busy? Dude?
Now he's really pissing me off. Dude, that really pissed me off. It's like, how about this, Tommy, you fucking idiot asshat, Tommy? Why don't you go back and listen to all the episodes, honestly, that are on Patreon? Do I ever sit there fucking making weird fun of you on those episodes? No. By the way, JB does it every time you do one with him. Do you say this to him before every podcast? You fucking idiot, fat-necked faggot. God, I'm getting pissed off right now.
Slob! Not sloppy!
That was the next message I sent. It's fucking slob, not sloppy.
Are you saying that because you purposely want to call me sloppy? And
it's like he's a fucking retard. He can't even get that right. I don't call him sloppy. It's slob.
Slob! Not sloppy!
This was the next message he sends me.
Okay, Joe, I just want to let you know that I put it down there. I was free, and I was able to do an episode of Honestly today, okay? And I said that I don't know if I'll be available on Friday because I'm probably going up to see my...
Yep. Tommy, go fuck yourself.
Getting ready to go see some hangings.
I'm going to go see some hangings on Friday. Could go up on a Sunday.
Like the drive-in, Joe.
Could go up
Park and
could go up on a Thursday. Could go up on a Saturday. Could go up on any other day. Every Friday. Could go up on a Saturday. Could go up on a Thursday.
Right on the news, so you can hear the neck snap through your car stereo. It's like better than the drive-in.
It's weird that he's always gone on Fridays now.
And they're going out for some hangings. And they're going out for some hangings.
Oh, God.
And they're going out for some
I guess
hangings.
maybe the Friday is the best day for some hangings.
We do.
You know what everybody should do?
If Tommy's not there, it doesn't matter because that sound clip is probably gonna make it's gonna make the rounds. Something's gonna happen with that. You gotta do.
Is that why JB is always so late for Monetize This?
Why is that what? Oh, because the hangings?
Oh, fuck. Well,
the hangings,
some hangings.
Joe, the hangings.
Well, you know, it's different. I hang faggots.
Oh.
No, bro. I'll see you Friday.
I'll see you Friday.
I'll see you Friday.
Yes!
Then he said that to me like an
Is
idiot.
that him?
Yeah. So now,
I don't like using the C word, but that was cringe.
So I am now. I'm gonna do what JB suggested, and that's just Tommy will be. We'll just shut Tommy out. So
We're gonna kill him?
No, we're not gonna kill him. Jesus.
Okay. Just.
Yeah.
Jesus
that escalated quickly.
Wait, wait. I got you. Wink, wink. We're gonna have him killed. Okay. Got it. Fucking
no
we
comment.
got like Spider on the speed dial.
We are gonna be Tommy free for 2 weeks.
You know, Tommy, I like you, Holmes, but I'll fuck you up. You ever fuck with Joe again?
I'm burying you, Cholo.
Oh fuck. I don't know. I feel like that shit was fucking gold because like it was going real smooth. Like if anyone can lock you down to like a time where it's like yeah let's do it in 15 minutes. Even if you did have something they wanted to talk to you about or whatever that we want to talk to you about, that's not the time to do it because you're like, why fuck up the show? Why fuck everything up? Like it's hard to narrow down times for all of us to get to do all these things. It's just I don't know. He could have like waited till after the show was done and be like, hey, Joe.
Yeah, just or whatever to see what happened, and then he goes right into
Yeah, well, like if let's say you said it like you said you don't. That's not the same kind of show, but let's just say you did. Then he could go at you then on the fucking show. I don't know. It was just like it was so funny. It's like you're gonna get what you want. Everything's gonna work out, and then okay.
Well, Tommy will be now excommunicated for the time being, and on top of that,
exiled.
I want everybody to remember Slob75. The T-shirt is coming. So,
fuck.
Slob75, the T-shirt is coming. I haven't made a T-shirt in a long time. It's been a while.
How dare you, Joe?
There's a turkey one coming too.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Okay, Greta.
Super Chat.
Acculturation is BS and Arab is not suddenly Irish.
Yeah, it's hard to do. But usually what happens, I feel like...
I think respect's all that really matters, as long as you're respectful.
I would have to agree with what Salvian Toast does state. To his 2 pounds.
Usually the kids start, like, assimilating in. You know what I'm saying? Like the...
Actually, there's statistics that show that some of the kids that are born in the country from immigrants become even more extreme, and they end up doing like terrorism and stuff. Like it's crazy the stats that I've seen.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Like
why
it's
didn't the Italians
why wouldn't
and the
you be
Irish
fucking like totally chilling in your new country? Like your parents like fucking loved it and they chilled. Like why are you not like integrating?
Shut up and bend
like
over. Finish it.
Oh my God, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Oh, yeah.
You should rename the Honestly podcast Joe and the Slob. The all-new podcast where we talk about sloppy slob topics including slobby slob talk with Donkey Knocker Slob on a slobby knobby cock.
Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, of course, Tommy, I'm not going to do anything like that. And we started the podcast, and I'm like, here we are, Tommy, NC, Joe Cronin, baby. And we are ready for the podcast, baby. And, of course, I'm talking about the Slob podcast. Slobby, slob or knob, slob gobbler slob. With slob
like,
face
excuse me? What did you call me?
Wait. Well, like, wait, what? What? That'd just be so funny. Deba, donated $1, but it doesn't play. I think it was under $3. It doesn't play. Eat my ass, you spaghetti-o faggot. Hang my dick like you and your granddaddy hangs them dorks. Oh, my God. That was Debe donated that. That is fucked up. Debe! That is fucking horrible. I've had enough for the night. I think we talked about most of the things that I kind of wanted to mention here. I'm sure Mandalorian was great. Everybody's talking about the Disney Plus channel, and I haven't seen it yet, so that will come at some point if I ever decide to pay these criminals for this shit, you know? And on top of that, well, that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Do you have anything else to say? Anybody have anything else to say?
Not really.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow night for the AEW review on Joe Cronin Show if you're over there. Tons of stuff coming to the Patreon and Thursday nights out of nowhere. Friday night is Monetize This back here on this channel Friday night. So look for that. And keep it wet. And Justin Bailey is like messaging me like 900 times. And we'll find out what that's about. Hope he's okay.
God damn it, Joe! I hang the deer, you dumbasses. Or I got him.
Oh yeah. What is he talking about?
He's probably telling you Bernie's the best candidate to go up against Trump.
I love that you guys still go at it about that. That was like something 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm never letting that go. I mean, he was a Bernie bro.
That's a good point. Oh, Justin Bailey's freaking out because CM Punk showed up on the Fox show.
Oh, God.
But we all knew that he was going to be a host there.
I thought Bailey stopped watching wrestling a while ago.
I don't know, yeah. CM Punk returned on the Fox TV show. Probably because their ratings were a piece of shit. Because that Ryan Satan piece of shit. Well, I'm going to go watch that and make a video on it. About to fuck you up. Your mother's gonna die in the back of a pickup truck. You suck. Suck my nuts. You a slut. I'm gonna come inside of your mother's asshole in a butt. I'll put a white stain on the front of your mom's poontang. Yeah, hear my phone rang. It's another bitch looking for my dick inside her ass. I'm coming fast inside of that bitch, first class. I'm flying. What the fuck? It's Kane. What do you mean? It's a remix. Yeah, my remix of Phoenix. Kane and I'm donating. My God, it's Kane! Good God!
This comment is intended for children. Hey kids, go fuck yourself and have Tommy North Carolina come touch your no spot until you convulse.
Oh my God, that's just fucked up, Pussy Lips McGee. Pussy Lips McGee, thank you for the 666. The mark of the beast! The mark of the beast! Pussy Lips McGee, Pussy Lips McGee, Pussy Lips McGee wants to sodomize me. Pussy Lips McGee wants to go down on my brown stain. When I'm in the rain, I'll put an umbrella up, then bust a nut, then come inside of a red cup in a pickup truck. Yeah, you're out of luck, motherfucker. Should've shut the front door before I shot this whore right into his stomach. No bulletproof vest like the rest, bleeding on the front of the cabinet chest. It's gonna stain, but yeah, it's rain, so I'm gonna show you motherfuckers the pain. Bah! Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Thank you, Pussy Lips McGee. I salute you. Shout out to Don Cherry, you sick bastard. Oh shit, what the fuck is going on? It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
I'm from sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania. Sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania.
Don't let the show end. Slob knob clob gob at crystal fucks slobs. What were JB's messages about Joe?
He's all hyped up about CM Punk donation train on my ass. Listen, donation train on my ass. Thank you, man. It's kind of a quiet night, though. I don't think we're getting the train going tonight. But I really appreciate it, man. And I appreciate everybody who listened to the whole show tonight. And everybody who did donate tonight, thank you very much. We didn't quite make the goal, which is weird. That's 2 nights in a row. That's weird because every time I put up a goal, we destroy it. But it's a tough week. That being said, man, thank you guys for all the shit. Shout out to the chat. Give me that 69 in the chat, baby, and maybe draw a dick or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I guess we got to be careful with emojis. You don't want people to get banned or whatever. But anyway, kisses, love, and a whole lot of pud. I may stream in a little while from Twitch, maybe. I might go on Twitch with some Diablo. But I might just, who the fuck knows. Good night, motherfuckers! Look at Sonic. He looks like a blueberry-ass motherfucker. The Epstein Deep Dive Podcast coming this week on Patreon with Devious Dave Rose and myself. Good night. Oh, one last thing. I'm gay.